Hello, 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 and welcome to Workouts for Older Men Live. I am Skip La Cour. I am so glad you are joining me here today for a continual connection. This series of videos that I'm doing, and it's about things that often get confused by a lot of hardworking older men who want to get fit, going around the internet, social media platforms like this one, looking for fitness information and maybe not getting wrong information, information that's maybe in excess. It doesn't really cover the basic organizing principles that you need for where you are. Again, you don't want to make a career or a job out of getting fit. You just want the information, build muscle, lose body fat, live a healthier life, long life. Now that you're a little bit older. All right. And the information, maybe it just isn't what you need. It may be true. It may be science based. It may be interesting. But will it make the difference? Will it make the impact that you think? And that's where a lot of confusion comes from. All right. So I'm going to continue this series of videos that I call the 10 things that older men should know about fitness, but no one's going to bother to tell you. And I tell it about again. It's just something that gets confused and it's really complicated. Just trying to explain over the internet because of a lot of smart men. They have this preconceived notion. Well, I have this challenge. It's the answer to it is somewhere over here, and really, it's over there, right? So you're gonna find answers or think you're gonna find answers in places that you really shouldn't be looking. Well, let me tell you what it is. So to continue, number two is there are no superfoods or special foods that can help you lose body fat faster or build muscle. So someone says, "Hey, I need to lose some weight. What should I eat to lose weight? What should I eat to gain muscle?" It all comes down to the calories that you consume. Are you eating the calories that you need? Are you eating too many? It's in a surplus. Are you eating too little food? Right? There is such a thing as eating too little food. And then the macronutrient content, the ratio between protein, carbs, and fat. And, and that's what it comes down to uh, as far as this type of food, that type of food. It's one of the most common asked questions when someone may be new to working out and then okay, hey, give me a diet to lose body fat. What should I eat? Right. Well, if you have a range, if you know how many calories you should be eating, or some reason, and that you can go on any app, put in some information. They'll start you with a ballpark, all right, of the calories that you should eat. You know, it's really eating those calories and getting in, close to the protein, carbohydrate, and fat ratio. But even that can vary, right? That doesn't have to be as an exact, right? And this is where it gets confusing because some just talk about, look, it doesn't matter at all the quality of food. Food is food. Calories are calories. Protein, carbs, and fat doesn't matter if it's in a hamburger or pizza or it's chicken and broccoli and rice. Okay. And they're really talking about, building muscle and losing body fat, right? But most people aren't doing this just to build muscle, lose body fat, and look good. They want to be healthy and fit, or maybe they should want to be healthy and fit along the way. So you could eat lower quality, a lot of processed food, or certain foods that we know aren't the best for us. They may not be healthy, all right, and they can get the job done. Calories ingested versus calories burned. But you know, are they healthy? And even that's debatable, right? The science change was butter or margarine, is that good for you or not? So, and if something is deemed not as healthy, or it is healthy even, does the science hold up later on? That seems to change. And also, if it is healthier for you, healthier, how much healthier is it for you? So, the foods that you eat that to help you build muscle, lose body fat, and look good, they don't have to be of the same quality as the foods that help you live a long, healthy life. They're not necessarily dependent on each other, right? So if you ask me what superfoods you should eat, to be healthy and fit? Well, those, that might be a better question, certain foods. But to actually build that muscle and lose that body fat, it comes to calories, protein, carbs, and fat. Right. So, a lot of times, men are looking for a special diet with special foods. You know, it's too wide range. It would be so hit and miss on a particular person's needs and what they like, and getting exactly right, enough food combination and enough variety. Right, it would be impossible. But if you knew how many calories, like just say I'm going to eat 2,500 calories in a day. Let's just say you were confident going that direction. You can just punch in 2,500 calorie diet on the internet, and you'll probably have thousands of meal plans that can give you those 2,500 calories, thousands and thousands. And you can, pick your top 10 and rotate them because it's 2,500 calories for the day and a range of protein, carbs, and fat. I don't know if that makes it sound easy or even more complicated, or you assume it should be easier. But there are no real superfoods. All right. And again, if you ate even what you consider superfoods, if you ate too much of it, or really not enough of it, it's going to hinder your goals to build muscle, lose that body fat. All right. Yeah. So Peter says some foods are high in cholesterol and not over. Yeah. Now, again, that goes back to foods that are healthy for you, right? And the science seems to change on that too. You think of eggs and that type of thing versus uh, building muscle and losing body fat and looking good versus healthy, right? So, either way, you have to differentiate and then make your decisions from there. Yeah. So, deep. So D. Ponkar talks about the timing of nutrients like carbs to increase building muscle or decreasing fat, right? So this is with all training information and nutritional information. So, someone, again, with all the information that comes out, you have someone who is done with the basics, right? The basics that get you there. And then we start branching off to the things that might make a difference. But how big of a difference? The science may support that, the timing of these nutrients at certain times can help you build more muscle and lose body fat. But for, the men who I deal with, right, who just want to be healthy and fit, even though that may be true, how much of a difference is that really making? You see, there's a lot of information. That's what I'm talking about. That, in the big picture, that nutrient timing, it may be true, but how much of an impact is it making? And let me just tell you, the impact, whatever that might be, right? Because someone, when again one-sided on a video, they'll say study shows when you time your carbohydrates in such a manner, uh, you'll build more muscle and lose body fat. Well, how much more? 1%? Because it seems like that's kind of complicated. It may not be sustainable for my level of commitment, but I still want to be fit. Are we talking a 50% uh, increase in muscle mass over time? Or we can lose body fat in half the time if we were to do that? Are we talking significant, or it just shows up optimally on in a science, research, right? Because it may be true, it may not be sustainable, and it may not be making an impact. And then it's compared to what? What if you just have a healthy diet? You're consistent with it. You eat healthy foods. You know how many calories. It's not too many. It's not enough. You're consistent with it. Uh, the nutrient timing that you're talking about. What about a diet where you do everything right except for quote unquote that right? Are we talking about, someone who's rock solid and consistent and getting results? If they were to add nutrient time, it will make this huge difference. See, because a lot of times it's not like some things are a 10 and then everything else is a 0. Let's just say that's a 10, whatever it may be. That's a 10. Well, if you're hitting the basics hard and consistently and get results. Are you at a 9? Are you at 9.5? And then the more complicated that is considered optimal, is that sustainable or is it making it more complicated? Food, the nutrition topic, and I talked about this yesterday. I talked about this yesterday. Uh, it is complicated. A lot of information is out there. And if you concentrate on certain things, because there is so much information out there, all making the diet so unique and different, but you don't understand the organizing principles, the basic foundation that makes any diet work. And then we get off into those things that make them unique. But you're missing, because, and you don't know you're missing the organizing principles, right? That's where, guys throw up their hands and they don't really address the topic. And what I do is I get you to know exactly what to do. But I have to sell you because, all the concerns about everything that I'm talking about with nutrition, guys can just throw up their hands and then they just really concentrate on their training, hoping that will make the difference because they find the eating aspect too complicated. And when it's complicated, you're not certain if you don't get the results that you want as fast as you want. And so you just kind of throw up your hands and don't do anything, right? It's really important that you really know those basic organizing principles that will make any diet work. The basic organizing principles to nutrition that I'm not saying it's easy, but it can be a lot more simple than you maybe think. So you actually follow through and, get under that 20% body fat and understand how long it will take to get lean, to lose that body fat in a sustainable manner and not some crash manner that you won't stick to. All right. All right, guys. So, hey, if you want any help, look in the description of this video. I got many ways to help you reach your goals. We can talk one-on-one. We could talk about your particular situation at your level of understanding. Now, I know you're smart. I know you've accomplished a lot of things. I know that the fitness part may be a challenge to get to the level that you want, even though you may be looking better than most men your age. And I want to help you. All right. So let's take on the day with a sense of urgency. All right, we've got to when we're a little bit older. We've got more time behind us than we do in front of us. Have a great day.